your children and you were going to get a Reiki 1 attunement. And I remember you just started giggling.
Mm-hmm. I did. It's so hard. I couldn't stop laughing.
And that was all right. And you were very much judging yourself. I'm sorry.
Right, because I thought I was being really rude and disrespectful because you were being really serious in what you were doing, and I couldn't stop laughing.
That's all right. So then I noticed the energy shifted in the room, and your sister and your mom and the kids all left and left you alone with me. And I'm going to ask you real quick, did you feel nervous? I mean, this is the first time we've met.
Actually, I didn't feel nervous. Surprisingly, I didn't feel nervous.
Were you aware of any of the stuff that your mom and your sister were doing with spiritual healing and positive thinking? Were you aware of any of it?
Not really.
Okay, so when they did talk to you about it, did you ever hear them talk?
No.
So basically, they brought you and you were dropped off and you didn't know exactly what we're doing.
Yep. They pretty much said, I'd like you to meet her, and I said, okay.
Okay, so then we started to begin. Did you feel safe with me?
Very safe with you.
Okay.
Very connected with you. I just knew this is where I was supposed to be.
Good. And then this is before you even knew about spirituality.
Yeah, I didn't know anything. I had no idea what we were going to go or what I was going to learn. I had no idea.
But there was a part of you that knew that you had to be here.
Yeah.
What was the very first thing? What do you remember that healing? It was so long ago, but...
Wow, the very first thing I remember is probably just the awareness that was coming through, because you took me through something, and I'm not sure if something scared me, but we went into like a meditative state, and I will never forget, because I started seeing this bright green circle, I guess, appearing to me. It would be very strong, solid, and I think at that point you said those were my guides that were coming through. And then I felt very safe and secure.
And so, okay,
plus I thought it was very cool, because I was like, I've never done that before.
But you learned a new communication, and so you didn't have to be frightened of it anymore. And you remember the biggest thing was about your dreams?
Yep. I dream, 5-6 dreams a night. Very vivid.
All scary.
Very scary.
And you really thought they meant what you were seeing.
Right. Like I would have plane crashes or the world coming to an end and I'm the only one still here, or I'm left behind, and I didn't understand them. Tornadoes. Oh, my tornadoes used to scare the crap out of me.
So were you scared of tornadoes in real life?
There is a part of me, I know yes, there's a part of me that I am, but not in my dreams. I can't win. I'm not safe with them.
I remember part of it was also there was no way you ever could be alone, by yourself, anywhere.
Exactly. I was so fearful of nighttime.
Okay.
And I didn't understand why then. I understand now why now, but at night I do not like to be alone. If my husband traveled, I would be sure to be lining someone up to come stay with me. Even though I slept with the kids and I felt secure that way, I was very fearful of the night.
On a scale from 0 to 10, how much fear?
100. Because I don't think I slept very well as a kid to begin with.
Okay.
But nighttime, being alone.
Would you sleep through the night even if you had somebody, or?
Yeah, if I had someone there, then I felt that I was safe.
Okay.
But if I was there alone, I did not sleep.
Okay.
Even though I have a dog, I don't have an alarm system, but even though I have a dog who would protect us, the nighttime just scared me.
So, did you think you had a good experience from that first time we were together?
Very much so.
And did you feel like you were on a high after you left?
I very much was on a high when I left.
And
because
how long did that last?
It lasted for a very long time, because just driving home I was like, wow, how did that happen? Or wow, how did I see that? Or wow, what's going on? And just a lot of the stuff that you talked to me about, of the awareness of what was going on the outside world, to look at it internally, the light bulb went on.
Were you able to share that with anybody in your house?
No, just my sister.
Okay. And
I did share it with the kids somewhat. They were pretty little, but I did share it with my one sister.
We're talking about the one that passed?
Yes.
Because she was the one that was, I think God instructed her that I was supposed to meet you.
Yes.
I really feel that was one of her duties on this planet, was that I was supposed to meet you, your mother, your sister, the whole clan.
She passed 5 years ago in my home, very peacefully, but I believe my gift to her was to be able to take care of her in my home, so she wasn't alone in hospital. She had family all around her. But her gift back to me was to get me to you and get me on the spiritual path.
And so one of the wonderful things that I noticed is that she taught you also about sudden death versus long-term illness.
Very much so.
And so you had the two experiences, and then once we were able to take all of these experiences you had, we were able to look at it, and you end up understanding the death process. You understood about what's going on the other side, because that pretty much was scaring you, right? Because look back at your dad. Because you said you were scared, you didn't understand how, why, and we answered those questions.
Right.
After you started learning more about the process of death and what happens to you on the other side, were you more comfortable of understanding where your father was? Because I remember the very first experience, we actually got to communicate with your father.
Actually, Dad did come through the very first time.
You were shocked.
I was very shocked. Yeah, actually, but it was very nice too.
Yeah, because he wanted to resolve a few things.
Right. Yeah, and
You remember it now, aren't you?
And he went. Yeah, I'm trying not to cry. He went because he went so quick. You didn't get to have any closure. You didn't get to say what you wanted to say. Yeah, I didn't have that opportunity.
Exactly.
He did come through the very first time.
Yeah, we did a lot. I can't remember how many hours we were together, but we couldn't stop talking.
Yeah.
We started to really do a lot. So.
And I was ready for it.
So after your sister, the experience, you were more at peace about what is death, how the process of dying. So were you then still running the end of your timeline of fear you're going to die and the kids are going to die?
No.
You felt more at peace.
I had more awareness, so I understood the process a lot more. And just through the awareness through you, I also had the awareness through my sister who traveled a lot, and she would share that with me at night, and I would journal it. So actually it became very peaceful.
So tell me about the traveling, the one that was sick or the one that you have other sisters?
Yeah, no, my sister who passed.
Okay, explain to the people what is traveling. What do you mean?
When it would mostly be in the middle of the night. Her first experience was that she had went to the other side, and I'm trying to think if she went to St. Rita's house or whatever. Or I know the first thing she asked me, she said she was going to go check it out, but she asked me if I would go first, and I said, well, I will go first, but I'm not staying. I'll just go see what it is. But I also couldn't see what she was seeing, so I needed her to tell me the story so I could hear it, but I couldn't see what she was seeing. So I think the first time she went to St. Rita's house, had all these children around. My dad was there. They were getting ready for a place for her. All these cool experiences.
So how many times did she end up traveling? Did you wrote down every single one?
Yep, she would travel about every night she would travel and tell me.
So you could actually write a wonderful book about this.
I could write a wonderful book.
Maybe that's a clue.
Yes. Well, I have to say that was very peaceful to know, that she was experiencing these things on the other side with my father and with our past loved ones and our animals and that was, I like that.
Wonderful. Would you recommend this type of healing for people?
I would totally recommend this type. If you want to actually move through life and actually understand what's going on with you as an issue that I have going on right now, your body talks to you and screams at you when it wants your attention or wants something to be healed. I always have to look at things when I take it personal. I know I'm in the middle of a lesson, so I know I really need to pay attention to it because I can get a nice little whisper for it of heads up, or I can get a really nice big bitch slap. I don't like the bitch slaps. I take them now and then, but usually when there's something going on, I have to know why. And like why I'm here today.
Yes, and I appreciate that we're going to be filming that as well. All right, so we're going to take a quick little break, and I appreciate you talking to me.